All right, so we're going to do one quick example of the distance formula. And just to give you a sense of this, we will be doing a lot more of these tomorrow, but I at least want to introduce it to you in case some of you want to try some on the assignment. So it says find the distance from 6,5 to 3,1. The first thing that I'm going to do, and I think is a good idea for all of these, is to just get used to writing the equation. Now, I also want to mention, based on who is seeing this, that the x1s and y1s, and like these two things are interchangeable as long as you do the same thing here. Like some people may be using the 2's first. I like using the 1's first myself. Both of those are actually okay, and you end up getting the same. Answer. So the first thing is to understand what all these x1s, y1s, and all this stuff is. So this should be a little bit familiar because of things like the slope formula from last year, but it's probably been a while. But what we're going to do is label the points. So for instance, this is my x1 and this is my y1. Be careful to not call it x2, the y1 x2, because it's second. We're looking at 6,5 as if it's the first point, and so we're going to use x1, y1. Here we're going to call this x2 and y2. Okay? And I know a lot of this can seem really overwhelming and complicated, but the next step we're going to do is simply plug the numbers in for all of the spots. So when we see x1, I'm going to plug in a 6. When I see x2, I'm going to plug in a 3. When I see y1, I'm going to plug in a 5, and when I see y2, I'm going to plug in a 1. That's why I think it's helpful to label them like we did. Now, this just becomes an order of operations problem from this point on, and if we're good at just keeping track of our order of operations, so if you think about like PEMDAS, or please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, the very first thing is to do parentheses. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So 6 minus 3 is 3. 5 minus 1 is 4. Our next step is to square those numbers. So we're going to take 3 and we're going to square it, which is 9. 4 is 16. I also, as you are looking at this, I don't expect you to know exactly the relationship maybe, but I hope that you're seeing the Pythagorean theorem kind of in disguise going on here, because it's happening. I hope you see the a squared plus b squared. That's really what's happening. So I showed you, or you saw there in the Khan Academy video, how it relates to it, and please try to notice at least that the distance formula and the Pythagorean theorem are really just the same thing. Okay? Then we're going to add my 9 and 16, which is 25. The last step is to go ahead and take the square root of 25, and so my distance in this problem would be 5. Okay? Just one example. You will be getting many over the next couple days. See you next time.